master teacher and intuitive, and today we have a special healing session. We are going to be healing anxiety, depression, pain, worry, and just leaving it energetically in the past so that we can move on to a brighter and lighter future. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. Go ahead and subscribe and welcome. You are now our family, so we take care of you in the way that you take care of us. Appreciate you. Love you. Let's go ahead and get started. Time to let go of some stuff that won't let you grow. Moving past any pain that used to be. Now it's just you and me. Living a bright life. In your bright life deserves so much. And much less strife. Connecting down deeply in who you are. Remembering that you are truly the star. Shine bright. Shine powerful. Be so full of energy. Remove, release, and feel your synergy. Yo, I just made that up on the spot. Y'all know when I start getting poetic, it's like, she's there. She's doing it now. Relax, relax, relax. Now, we've often talked about anxiety and depression, explaining that anxiety is typically when a person ruminates about the future, meaning they're not living in the present. That's both an issue with anxiety and depression. Anxiety specifically is the person is so worried about the future that they are anxious they can't live in the present. Depression is a person is so worried about the past that they can't live in the present, they're living in the past. Anxiety is like this overproduction of nervousness, where depression is this underproduction of almost like life force energy to feel like, come on, let's live life, you know. Someone who's anxious might keep themselves busy to not have to think. Someone who is depressed might avoid a lot of things. It might take a lot of energy to get them started into doing certain things. And so, in this healing process, number one of the best healing things you can do, if you have access to it, of course, is therapy. Being able to go to someone who really helps you work these things out, because there are times when it is a biological aspect of a person having an imbalance in certain neurological relationships and chemicals, but oftentimes that usually comes from something such as a traumatic experience, which then creates that new pattern or new norm within both your nervous system, your emotional system, neurological system, and things like that. So psychosomatic illnesses, or specifically illnesses that arise, physical illnesses that arise due to deeply harsh emotional situations or traumatic experiences, are very much so real. You know, when someone goes through trauma in their life and they never have it resolved, which happens like when you become an adult and you realize at times that how fucked up your childhood was. You're like, oh my gosh, what the fuck was that? Like, it happens as an adult, and then you look back and you see like, wow, there should have been this moment of healing or that moment of healing, and maybe you didn't know how to articulate for yourself, or maybe others didn't articulate for you, or maybe it was the norm. And so there's a lot of confusion behind, you know, what should have happened. But just know now that it doesn't matter if it should have been that way or this way. The only thing matters is that you validate whatever it is that you need. So if you need some more TLC or some more patience, or you need to talk it through, or you need to, you know, have a artistic is a lot, lot of power. To know that the power is within you first, and outside of you is a reflection of what is in you first. So if you want to change anything that is outside, you start by changing what is inside. The first thing is always gratitude, living in a space of gratitude. And it doesn't mean you have to be perfect, doesn't mean you're walking around on cloud 9 all the time. Sometimes life happens, shit gets real, shit gets fucked up, and you feel different from time to time, or people get you out your pocket. That's okay, it happens, it's life. But at the core of living life, try your hardest if you can to think about something you are grateful for. You know, something that so deeply connects you to your purpose, to that positivity. Shameless plug for my podcast, Organize Your Purpose. But whatever that is so important. It is so important, 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 myself much, 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 much more. Much, 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 much more. You have to value yourself much, 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 much more. Value yourself much, 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 much more. 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 Much, 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 much more. Much more. You're so valuable, exactly as you are. Keep that light shining bright, no matter how the universe has, given you life. Inside of you is something great that can navigate any energies, any experience in any way you need to. Whether that is to heal others, whether it is to heal yourself, whether that is to manifest for others, whether that is to manifest yourself, or realistically so, a combination of all the above. You are so deserving of this light, this love. You are so deserving of this strength within you. Is true strength. How kind are you that you allowed yourself to be vulnerable? Vulnerable to maybe experiences that are, things that can make a person be stuck from time to time. But I don't think we should forget how strong you are. How strong, 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 strong. Let's not forget how strong you are for showing up each day and doing your best, and your best being enough. You're not running a race against anyone. As fast or as slow as you want to go is all that is needed for you to succeed. Accept yourself 100%. Do not run away from you. Do not run away from your power. Do not run away from what makes you you, okay? Accept you. Accept working at this crown chakra, I'm just going to take some moment to connect you and to channel in with your highest self. We have some nice amethyst. I know we haven't seen crystals in a while, but we have some nice amethyst that we're going to be rubbing right there on top of your crown chakra, okay? So first, let me just go ahead and connect in, and you might feel a very cool kind of sparkling energy just flowing down from the crown all the way down, okay? And that is completely normal. Or you might just feel sleepy. That's cool too. Just relax, okay? Now I'm going to be quiet for a couple of moments. I'm still going to be here with you, so I haven't gone anywhere. But just connect, have your heart open, and feel one with the universe or whatever it is that you uniquely connect to, okay? That's your business. Okay, couple more moments. Okay, so as I was connecting in about making you whole again, I got a couple of things. I got support. That's what was coming out the most, needing a need for you to feel supported. And I also have being heard too. So there's this overwhelming need of collective support to be heard, to help bridge the gap, whatever the gap is for you. So you just need to be heard and supported. So here at the Reiki Healing Hub community, we are a inclusive community. People come from all, walks of life and all wisdom and lineage traditions just to support each other. No one is telling you what to think. I actually don't want you to do that. Oftentimes people will ask me, what's the prayer? And I will tell them most of the time, fuck this prayer. I know that sounds crazy, but fuck this prayer. Go write your own prayer, because I want it to really be for you. I want it to connect with what you believe in, and I want you to give yourself the ability to change if you change. I know that was real hard in the moment, but I just want you to feel so empowered. There is a lot of misinformation. There's a lot of conspiracy theories going out there, even in the energetic wellness community. And what we saw on that Capitol is the summation of what happens when people just want to follow someone, a cult leader or something like that, when they want to feel support, but they don't necessarily know how to do it. And to that I would say, all the power is within you. So this is specifically a moment of empowerment. And we're going to go in with the amethyst now and begin to connect your crown chakra to the higher self, to the universe, God, energy, a planet, a star, whatever you believe in is really what you support at this moment, okay? Just relax. And this is also when we pay homage, or we pay a gratitude to our energetic helpers, to our ancestors, lineage, universe, God, source, whatever you want to call it. That's your business. That's when we, as we are opening ourselves up to become closer and closer, if you need some work on the inside, just start to feel those feelings of gratitude. Just say thank you, thank you. Whenever you walk somewhere, you see like $1 or something like that, you see some money that you came across, or you see a beautiful gift or a beautiful message, thank the universe for allowing that frequency to be so deeply connected to you, okay? It's important to say thank you. Okay, good job. So I'm going to go with some Reiki symbols in these. Just activate. Okay, relax. And what I want you to do is I want your feet to be firmly planted, or at the bottom side of your body. So it can be like you lying flat on your back, or however is a comfort position for you. And I want you to literally feel the back side of your body just start to root, kind of to stick to the surface of wherever you're at. Because what you want to do is you want to send the roots to the center of the earth. You want to know that you are supported. Support comes from the collective, but it starts from the self. So if a set that big, crunchy goal. And let me tell you something about that. Sometimes when we're going after goals, we might think it's the goal itself that is, what we're trying to get to, when it's probably not that. Say your goal is to make more money or to have more access to something, yada yada yada. But really the reality is probably not the money nor the access. It's a part of the process. So are you mentally ready to accomplish the goal? Meaning, if you want to start a business, or you are very creative and you want to start your Etsy store or something like that, I don't know, and you're good at what you do, you have the time to do it, and you can be consistent in doing it. Sometimes the hardest part is to get out of our own heads, because we will come up with a million excuses of why not to do something. Literally, you have the time, the discipline, but just mentally you don't feel like you're able to do it. It's probably the reason why things haven't gotten on and popping before. You have to mentally be strong enough. That's why I kind of reference sometimes different like sports or different kind of compact things, because a lot of training is all mental aspects, and it's not just sports too, but like it's all mental, fighters. If you can get in the head of your opponent, you could win, regardless of if you are physically better or not. It's all about looking at it, and it doesn't have to be an actual person, but looking at whatever it is you want and making a decision. Okay, I'm gonna go after this. I'm gonna figure out how to do it. I don't have what I need. It's not looking like it's going the way that I want it to go, but I know there's a missing piece, a very subtle piece, and I can do this. So connect with yourself and connect in with that very, very subtle piece, and just feel that wholeness. Okay, feel the wholeness inside. Okay, lovely, 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 lovely. Now, I keep it real with y'all, because I'm a strong believer that you have to stand for something. If you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. That could just be simply integrity, or just trying to live your life in the most highest vibrational way possible. So sometimes I talk about this relaxation. I love spa stuff. I love to relax. But do not escape from reality, because that essentially is what happens when people have addictions, whether that is shopping addictions, drugs addiction. They're not able to face reality, and they face these other things that are trying to make them feel different. Food addictions that are trying to make them feel different. The strongest thing you can do is just process what's going on in life in your own way and patiently, and just have enough bravery to say, okay, I'm just figuring it out day by day, and I'll face it a little bit more, and I'll look for that support I need. Okay. Okay, I hope you're enjoying the session. And I feel like I should also say I paid attention when I put those posts up about the Capitol. I paid attention to the communities that I see around me. as well as to subscribe to the channel. That's how to stay connected. I really appreciate it. And we have a tarot and oracle channel that will be launching on Saturday, and you can find out more information in the description box. It's called a Ray Tarot. I'm so excited to get started, but let's just start this healing session so you can go to sleep. Oh shit. So first things first, let's just get some really nice tingly energy flowing over your head, flowing to the sides, flowing up, flowing down, flowing to the sides, flowing up, flowing up, flowing up, flowing up, and flowing down. Okay, if you don't mind, I'm gonna remove some negative energy, just a little stagnant energy that needs to be moved, okay? Just continue to breathe here. Okay, just continue to breathe. I'm just going to remove any of the negative energy. Now each month we have a new initiative, and this month is New Year, New You. Who it is? So how are you going to transform your life this month? What are you going to do that's going to set the foundation or create the momentum to change the trajectory of your life? Yup, that's what we're doing. And I want you to have a big, crunchy goal, something bigger than anything you had before. And no matter if it didn't work before, or you're nervous, or it's like whatever, don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Make sure you want something that you really want, not something that you feel like is going to appease other people, but for what you really want, okay? So let's go ahead and just move and shift this energy. This is a new time, a new period in life in which you can accomplish things that you may have been too afraid to accomplish before. There was always something that came up that got in the way. But now is the time for the universe to allow you to make your goals come to be. And believe me, it's not so magical when you think about it, because literally the universe is opening a path for you to do the hard work to go through. If you do nothing, you will get nothing. But if you believe in yourself, universe, source, or whatever it is you believe in, that's your business. I tell you that all the time. But if you believe in whatever your connection is, and you believe in yourself, there's no limit to what you can do, what you can accomplish, or what you can achieve. So I'm gonna let you start to relax. I'm just going to stroke the aura and just give you a moment to just feel that connection to your higher self. Feel that connection to something greater and better. A life that is much bigger than anything. A life that is much greater than anything you've ever seen before. And trust it, trust it, trust it, trust it, trust it, trust is a new day. Today is the day that you accept yourself 100%, 1,000%, 1,000,000%. Actually, I'm just gonna keep it real. 100% is more than enough. You know, sometimes I think there's this false sense of needing to do so much more than we actually need to really just be okay in our body. And really all we have to do is just say, I accept me, and go forward in your life and unapologetically do what the fuck you want to do. Okay? If you have a huge, crunchy goal that you want, go after it, go after it, go after it, go after it. No matter how long it takes, you know, no matter what it is, something that will truly change your life, that will give you an opportunity to live by a new set of rules, to love yourself more, to attract people who love you the right way, who want to support you. That is so important. Okay. So, just going to that first layer of dreams, seeing what you got going on there. That's pretty exciting. Okay, now let's move you on to that second layer of dreams, that place where you're trying to figure shit out. Okay. 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 And then the deepest layer of your dreams, in which your magical abilities, your psychic abilities, your connectedness, the lowest level of the veil. Right there. Right there, right there. Connecting in, connecting in, connecting in. Connecting in, connecting in, connecting in. You are enough. You are strong enough. You are wise enough. You are beautiful enough. You are going to do something really amazing. And I can sense it. Okay, I'm going to move back up to your crown. Okay. Okay. Rest. Relax. Accept yourself. You are enough. You are enough. You are more than enough. You are so beautiful and so perfect exactly as you are. If you fall down, get back up. But really, you don't have to prove yourself anymore to be deserving of the beautiful blessings and gifts that the universe has to offer you. All you gotta do is just show up. And that is enough. Is that crazy or what? That being you gives you permission to have an abundance of the life that truly brings you purpose and love. Balance. Isn't that funny? I'm just gonna do a little bit of activating there. Now, when you're working towards a big, crunchy goal, sometimes that goal can be a little bit scary. How in the world do I make it happen? That's a simple answer. Make sure you get everything you need to get done. Get it done. And channel each and every day this goal you want. So say the goal is you want to start a business, okay? You want to do something. So what you first want to do is make sure that wherever or whatever you're doing for work is stable. Because there's nothing worse than trying to start part that most people miss, and it's actually the most important part. When you visualize, when you have everything else in your life stable and you're bringing something into your life, the universe starts to give you steps. Now, this is where people get confused because they think, well, I visualize it, shouldn't it just come to be and it just blend in with life? No, you have to take an action. So, say you want to start this business, and I don't know, your business has to do with bikes or something right there, like, you know, like bicycles. And so you imagine talking to clients, you imagine fixing their bikes, you're imagining all this kind of stuff, right? So when you have yourself balanced, the universe will send something to you. Like, you might notice a flyer for, you know, a bicycle group, and you're like, wow, that's strange, join it. That's not a coincidence, that's the universe telling you. And then you're online and you see this very unique course. It's random. It's like how to market yourself as a bicycle mechanic online. Do it, because that is the universe giving you steps. You're pulling this to you, and the blessings that vibrate at that level will come to you, but you have to take that step. It's not that you wish or you hope something into your life and the solution is, oh, you wake up the next day and you've won a bike shop. No, not at all. The universe is going to give you little pieces, and it's so funny how energy works. And then we talk about this a lot on Patreon, but energy works in that what you vibrate at is what you surround yourself by. That's why negative people, even people who are not mean, but they kind of seem like they have like this Eeyore cloud around them, seem to attract that kind of energy around them, because it just simply is. And people who kind of like, they seem super lucky, and it's not even that they're really like special or anything. They just have this connection or this wave that they have within them. So the way that the universe works, you know, there's principles such as gratitude, there's principles as like, you know, just simplicity and actually doing the work, but also, you know, saying yes when the opportunity comes your way. And I think a lot of times people will want something, as soon as the universe starts giving them the baby steps to get to where they need to go, they get nervous and scared. They get imposter syndrome. They start feeling like it's too big for them, like, oh no, I was gonna say dummy, but I don't want to say dummy. I feel like that's mean. No, friend. That is the universe getting you prepared to receive what you want. I just want you to win, okay? And sometimes it's needing to kind of pause up and accept the fact that you're going to have to be vulnerable, at least with yourself, on this journey. So if you are one of those people that are like very nervous on the inside, you're gonna have to, you know, as I say, be shaking in your stripper heels as you walk your ass into your destiny and just make shit happen. It's okay. It is okay if you're nervous and scared. It is okay. Walk into your destiny anyway. Walk into those goals or those blessings or that future that you want to have anyway. It is so important that you feel empowered to take up space in this world, because we need you. We need you so much. And that is a part of why I do these videos every week, 5 videos a week, because there are so many of you who have told me, wow, I accomplished this thing or I accomplished that thing. And I feel like when other people's lives are doing well, first of all, I feel like when my life is doing well, I like to extend that olive branch to other people. And when others are doing well too, I think it is a beautiful way to raise the vibration of the universe. And it is just my life goal to, you know, leave this earth a little bit better than the way that I came in, you know. And that's just how I feel. And the more and more you all succeed, the more and more I win. Because then you get to share those beautiful bright lights of who you are inside with other people as well, with the rest of the world. So, ashe. Okay, rest here, rest. Rest here, rest here, rest. Rest here, rest here, rest. your wisdom, your knowledge. You are more than enough. You're more than enough. You are more than enough. You are more than enough. You are peace divine. You are peace divine. You are peace divine. You are peace design. You are receiver of sweet, lovely, beautiful, gentle dreams that resonate so wonderfully, so softly in your spirit, and you are connected to a greatest sense of comfort wherever that goal is, wherever that goal is, that goal, that goal, that goal, that goal, that goal, that goal. Bring that in, bring that in, bring that, bring that, bring that, bring that in, bring that in, bring that in, and feel it. Feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it within yourself. Feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it within yourself. Feel it within yourself. Feel it throughout your chakras. Feel it throughout your energy. Feel connected to the sacred self, the sacral self, as well as the highest vibrational self, connected to your ancestor spirit guides, to the universe, soul, conscious soul, God, whatever it is. Feel so deeply connected, so deeply blessed, so deeply in tuned and attuned to your vibrational experience, feeling your palms warming up from this sensation of being abundant, abundant in power, abundant in money, abundant in good health, or what have you. Feel it within your soul, your core, the nurturing, the loving energy. Feel it within you. Feel it within you. Feel it within you. Feel it. Feel it. You are enough. Feel it. 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 Feel it within you. You are so beautiful, so lucky, so lovely, so charming, so full of energy, so full of sweetness. You are so beautiful in so many ways, and I want you to know that. So as you continue to sleep, 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 still feel connected to that sense of self that is so beautiful, that sense of self that is in perfect harmony with the universe, that is in perfect harmony with everything you ever wanted, everything you're going to get, and allow your heart to continue to grow with greater and greater abundance each and every day, each and every day, each and every day, each and every day, growing bigger and bigger and bigger and brighter and brighter and brighter, and feeling pure sunshine in who you are, what you are, as you are. Grow. You can do this. 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 You have got this. So family, you have done a And so I'm going to do some Reiki symbols. Okay, so just going to see how that is. Just breathe in and out as you normally would do. And just relax into the space. So let me just see with the crown. See if there's any messages that is coming across to hold the space. Breathing in. It's almost like a wave. It's like this wave of energy, kind of like the waves crashing up on a beach. You know, you ever sit on the sand and you have your feet that's just like in the sand and the waves just, and then come back down and come back down. That's what's going on in the crown. We'll get into some deeper messages later, but we'll take what we can get right now, okay? Bringing it down to the third eye and just cleansing. Gonna go in with some Reiki symbols, specifically Saheiki, some type of like emotional thing. Some type of emotional something. It's giving me like nervous system vibes, like the way that you relate to the world strongly is based off of the experiences that you've lived, and those experiences that you have lived have kind of primed or taught your nervous system to respond in a certain way to things. And so that's kind of like the shift. You want to move away from always feeling uneasy towards things that maybe you feel like shouldn't be uneasy stuff, if that makes sense. Put in the comment section if it made sense to you. So breathing through that, and I'm just gonna smooth away first for that crown, and then for that third eye, that brow chakra, and just cleanse that out. Just taking a couple moments here, breathing in, exhaling, breathing in, exhaling, another breath, exhaling, just bringing my hand to the crown, and I'm just going to pull that energy down. So allowing that to sink into your body, okay? Exhale, release, let it go. Now, just going to the throat and just holding that space and just giving yourself just a rest, you know, just a rest, like resting the vocal cords, like just rest it, and just shifting that energy. And just wiping away anything that is in the way. Any times that you wish you had said something differently than the way that it came across, but it just is what it is. Just to understand that it was supposed to come out the exact way that it came out, and that's a part of the big picture. So make peace with that right there in the throat. So bringing that energy down, shifting, smoothing, balancing, releasing and letting go. Just let it go. Let go any kind of need to know how it's going to turn out before it, is ready to reveal itself. Just live in this space of relaxation. We all need to take a nap. We all need to go to sleep. So there's times where the voice can be quiet and just rest in patience and understanding when it comes to yourself. Going to your heart now, opening and expanding surrendering to that path, releasing the past, letting go of what you don't know, and embracing what direction you're going in, okay? So it's still burning. Okay, it's still burning. Okay. So I'm gonna keep that cinnamon burning off to the side. And of course you can use your cleansing items of choice. I've moved away from using sage and Palo Santo, and I stick with cinnamon, but you can also be more specific too. Like, you can burn like bay leaves and rosemary for money. You can work with cedar. You can forage around your area too. You can work with mint. You can work with so many different lavender. You can work with all kinds of plants. So don't just feel limited to things like sage, Palo Santo, frankincense, myrrh. Like, don't just feel limited to those things. I want you to utilize whatever you have around you, and you can even utilize what's in your spice cabinet. It's actually very, very beautiful, and a lot of our herbs that we eat have intention in them. So breathing through this, moving this energy just back and forth. Okay. And so now going to that solar plexus. It gives me like Saturn's rings vibe. It gives me like flowy dress, but it's like you ever see somebody spin around, right? And it's like the little, I guess maybe if you have loose clothing, like the dress will just spin. It's giving me that kind of vibes. It's like you're just kind of going with the flow. You're kind of flowing in and out, but there's also this little bit of, I don't want to say mischievous, because that's kind of like a trickster kind of energy. It's not that at all. It's more of like fun, wanting your confidence to be derived from fun, having fun. And that's really what is just like your energy is trying to pull out in this moment. So just shifting that through, shifting that energy in the directions that it needs to go through. It's almost like now it's like a disc, like on a record. It's like we can spin it, or those games that you played as a kid where you it's a big spinny thing with the bars, and you run in a circle, and then you jump on it, it just keeps on spinning. That's what it feels like. So it's saying go out and have fun, go out and have a good time. Okay. Now I'm on it. I'm stuck on it. That childlike energy. Oh, that's so beautiful. I think as adults, sometimes if you don't have creative outlets, you kind of lose that energy, and then you kind of super focus on relationships as places to work through, like getting what you need. But I think just having fun with yourself, are you able to go out into the world and just have a fun moment with yourself, regardless of where you're going, or just saying I want to go do this today, so you go and you do that. It's like the universe is pulling you and telling you do it, just do it, doesn't matter, just go have fun. You'll meet the right people there, it'll work out, just go and have fun. So that's that energy that's being felt in that solar plexus. just kind of zip you up essentially. Just setting that intention to take what you need and leave what you don't, but to raise your vibrational frequency in the direction you would like to go in, and smooth over your aura, and seal you with the sign of the infinity, and say, good job. Well, family, you did a fantastic job today. I enjoyed this. We haven't had a chakra healing in quite a while, and so it's always nice to check up. There are we almost at 600 videos? We're not at 600 videos yet, but there's so many sessions, so many. There's a good 40 or 50, if not 100 chakra sessions. But this is nice because just checking in and really connecting with those messages that are resonating with you right now. So I really enjoyed this time that we shared together. So beautiful. I always enjoy our moments together. It's super fun, you know what I'm saying. But I appreciate you, sweetness, and I have so much love for you. So proud of you for prioritizing your self-care practice, and I'm proud of myself as well, because I'd like to be an example of what it is that I expect from you. Everything is on track, you're on course. It's good. So if you're new to the community, welcome, babies, to your nightly self-care routine. And if you are returning, welcome back. Mama loves you. If you need extra support, we have our very inclusive, supportive, mystical self-care community on Patreon. Go over there and have a good time. If you would like to raise your energetic vibrations, head on over to our gratitude community. And if you're looking to become an energy healing practitioner, specifically a Reiki master teacher, you can sign up for the certifications in the link in the description. Let's go ahead and get started. So we start our session off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer. It is just a prayer to bring us together as a community, as a collective, as we are all going through our individual healing experiences. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay, babies. So, sweetness, may I touch you? Sounds like a plan. Just placing my hand here on the third eye. Breathe in. Exhale. Release. Let go. Continue to repeat this, taking time in this moment. Dear universe, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intentions and validate information from our highest self only. Please release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. And relax. So just going to be looking over your energy. Just taking a moment to understand what's been coming up. Especially any pain that has to come up from love or our deep, intimate connections with others. Sometimes romantic, sometimes family, sometimes platonic, sometimes business. All kinds of stuff be popping up. Let's just go in here. Just take a couple moments in this energy and in this moment, just breathing in. And if you're feeling any discomfort, choose to take any movement that you need to get you more comfortable. But if it's an internal discomfort, we're going to just explore that. So take that feeling, whatever it is, harness it. And by harnessing it, you can just take whatever the feeling it is and just kind of like start to localize it into like a little ball inside of you. And when you get it into this little ball, I want you to look at it and see what it's telling you, and start to pay attention to what it's telling you versus what you're experiencing when you interact with it. So you have to separate yourself from it. What is it trying to tell you in this life? What wisdom is trying to come across? it's always something that we just like, we passed it, and then we just want to keep on doing it over and over again. What do you need to let go? What part of you is growing and has outgrown a situation, circumstance, environment? Just see it. Now start to see the different examples, not feel. I'm not saying to feel, I'm saying to see the different examples of the times that this pain has come up into your life. Run the whole scenario, almost like you're reading a good drama, because baby, if it's pain, it's gonna be with the drama. So look over that and see, and start to bridge these commonalities together. What have you been learning through these different occurrences? And what do they tell you? What does it tell you about yourself? About who you are and who you're supposed to be in this life? And what about this reminds you of a karmic past? Sometimes you're trying to carry and keep things balanced that needs to be let go or just needs to fall apart. Sweetheart, find a space to just let it fall apart and save yourself. So we're all putting our own masks on. We're all putting our own parachute on. And we just jumping out this bitch and we're just going to save ourselves. Don't feel bad. Who cares if someone else tries to make you feel bad? You know, you want to live in an environment where you're taking care of yourself and you're surrounding yourself by others who take care of themselves. So when you come together, the boundaries are healthy. When you surround yourself in an environment where people are not taking care of themselves and they are looking to you to do it, and they see you as the solution, that's a lot of weight to carry on your shoulders. And on top of it, if you truly want to see them better, you'll let them figure it out on their own. So regardless of what this pain is, regardless of what you feel like, you know, your role is in it, begin to let go of the need to be in it. Just take the ball, okay? And start to just let it float freely like a bubble. You know, you just blow a bubble. Let the ball float freely, just up, soaring. You know, as if you let go of a balloon and you just watch it float higher and higher. Eventually, it's going to reach the clouds where it pops and it just becomes a part of the atmosphere, because nothing is truly negative. It's just simply just vibrational. The lower the vibrational experience, depending on our vibrations, because we're all vibrating at a different frequency, the lower the vibrational experience is for us, the harder it is for us to be like, oh, like I don't really like this. The higher vibrational experience, the experience feels more pleasurable. But I will also let you know that when a person is in a perpetual state of a lower vibrational experience and they're not ready to move on, when they encounter a higher vibrational experience, they don't have the language or the vocabulary to interpret the experience as something positive. So they just become very fearful. They're using the vocabulary of the lower vibrational experience, and so they start to self-sabotage and things like that. But when a person is ready, what do? They pop up. They're like, I'm out of this bitch, I'm about to go. You know, like I'm about to go do this. And the same when you're at a higher vibrational experience. When you experience a lower vibrational experience, you do not have the vocabulary anymore for it. You're like, I can't deal with that. Whereas someone else who is at a different vibration would be like, oh, I'm gonna deal with all that. You're like, no, it doesn't serve me. So take this moment to inhale and exhale the things that no longer serve you. You've learned a lot of lessons in this life. Now let's let go of the pain from love. Love is supposed to feel balanced. Love is supposed to be free and patient. I'm gonna come back to free in just a second. Love is supposed to be free and patient. Love is not codependency. Love is not toxic or obsessive. family doesn't require you to hold on so tightly, to be so enmeshed or entangled in things. To just simply be able to be in this moment. To no longer have to work so hard. And sometimes that requires some patience as you remove. So I'm going to start to take this energy out. As you remove people and situations and circumstances in your life that no longer serve you, there's going to be some time with just you, yourself, and you. You, yourself, and yours. And that is worth it. It's going to come with a lot of peace. Like literally, like straight up peace of mind. And that's okay. It's new. Don't measure it by what others think you should do or what you think society wants you to do or your perception of what you think others think you should do. Just live and model to yourself what this authentic love looks like with yourself first, okay? And show yourself that through the pain, you've learned something truly deep. That your soul has shifted and changed its vibrational frequency to something else in a different direction. So I'm just gonna work with the aura and just move the energy along. It's like nothing to see here. Come on. And I'm not gonna push you into an uncomfortable area. I'm just gonna push you in the direction of your own true self-love. And also use this moment to take inventory of all of those people in your life that love you in a healthy way. They should be celebrated too. See what true support feels like. That love isn't this addictive thing with the highs and the lows. That it's simply patient. It simply takes its time. It's not going to go anywhere. It's going to be there for you. Breathing into this space. Now, when you pulled out that pain, it leaves space. And your body is in a routine. So, in order to prevent yourself from just going back to the same vibrational frequency, you have to fill it up with something else. And that's going to be a different kind of discomfort. You're letting go of the pain and you're putting in it the discomfort of relearning you, of doing things and living at a bigger space, being uncomfortable, learning something new about yourself and the energy around you. You want that discomfort. You don't want the discomfort that people just acting crazy around you and just putting you in fucked up situations. You don't want that. You want the balance of you. You finally put 100% into yourself and now you're going after this big thing and it feels scary. That's the discomfort you want. You don't want that other kind of discomfort. So have that with yourself in these moments and breathe through it. Remind yourself of who you are, where you come from, and where you're going. And how it's all just one big joke anyway. The universe will laugh at our expense until we get to the other side and we can laugh with the universe, you feel me? Or maybe we're all just laughing, right? At ourselves, of course. Can't laugh at your own jokes, baby. Sweetness, just relax into yourself. Relax. Breathing into this space. Breathing into this life that you're building for yourself. Breathing into this new freedom. Let me tell you something. When you have stopped spending all your time worried about other people's has been that shift within you that allows you to be a new person, okay? So breathing through this energy, breathing through this moment, breathing through all of this, and letting it go, and letting yourself grow. I want you to take a moment to realign and reconnect with yourself. I want you to take a moment to make yourself uncomfortable for your own progress and your own healing, rather than your stagnancy. One of them words is right. Allow yourself to just let go and surrender. And I think that's the scariest thing of all. When you truly surrender to the universe and you're just like, whatever you got, I'm gonna go for it. You know, I'm for it. And the universe brings you all kinds of lessons and messages. But most importantly, the universe gives you freedom, and freedom feels different. Sometimes it's happiness, sometimes it's pain, sometimes it's joy, sometimes it's boredom. Freedom is different. But enjoy the miracle of just being alive, and take it one day at a time, okay? If you get anything from what I just spent this whole time talking about, just take it one day at a time, okay? Well, sweetness, you did a fantastic job, and I really enjoyed this time we spent together. Let go of anything that no longer serves you and embrace who you are becoming. This is the new you. You've been spending these past couple of years to get here, and now you're at day one, and you're building some stuff up. So I can't wait to see it. Feel free to use the comment section to share anything that came up for you during the session, or if you want to share what you're building. Also, share the video with those that you feel like it can help. If you need more support and community, join the Patreon community, where we have energy healing circles and all kinds of other stuff that goes on. If you would like to become an energy healing practitioner, join the certification program. If you just want to feel better, go to the gratitude community, and there's all kinds of other stuff happening. I would like to let you know that if you would like to have a individual session with me, that is available too. You can use the link in the description, and my rates will be increasing January 2022. So if that's something that you're interested in, definitely book now. Relax. I'm just gonna place my hand right there on your third eye, okay? And just breathe through it. Dear universe, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intention and validate information from our highest self only. Please release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, and religions and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. So I'm going to go with the Reiki symbols. My sweet little babies, just to get us started. Okay, so sweetness, just breathe in and out and relax into this moment. Feel free to drift asleep, drift to slumber, and relax. Or you can channel or go into a trance session here and breathe through this, okay? And relax. Be sweet to yourselves, babies. Be kind, be loving. Give yourself all this beautiful energy. Okay? And shower yourself in this beautiful gift of love, compassion, forgiveness, kisses, all that sweet stuff. And just relax in the moment. Now you know I'm paid in smiles and YouTube ad revenue. fresh start in relationships, in love, in connection. You deserve the love you are looking for. You deserve the beautiful peace and space that you need to develop yourself in a romantic and in a self-love way. You deserve all of these things. So let's just recalibrate your energy to that frequency that best serves your life force energy. And for you to fill yourself up with this beautiful energy surrounding you that is love and compassion. So let's just realign your energy, because it's like, so let's bring it back in, okay? Sweetness, we're just gonna bring this back into line, because sometimes when our energy is spread out too wide, we're all over the place. Let's just bring it in and just narrow it. We want laser focus on our understanding of this. So I'm gonna go in and do some past work, relieving any pain that is surrounding partnership, or those that have hurt you in the past, or if you have hurt others in the past. So going in and releasing the need to hold on to any pain that still lingers from the past. Letting go of the memory that no longer serves you, keeping the wisdom, of course, and release it onto its evolutionary path. And let it be, let it go. 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 Focusing on your energy, focusing on your vibrational frequency, so that you are elevating yourself to a level to be able to receive the type of love and support you need, and the level of maturity that's needed to receive it as well. So working through this energy, flowing in various directions and working it through. I'm going to check to see if there's any messages that come across. They are collective messages, one that we can all resonate with. And so they're very much so high-level messages. So sometimes they're just one word or a feeling or sensation, but something that we can all, as a collective, that are tuning into the session, can benefit from. So I'm going to be quiet for a couple moments, but I'm still going to be here with you. And I'm just going to see if there's any messages that come across during the session, okay? So just breathing in here, relaxing. Okay. So it's actually a very cute message. It is like a cloud with you lying on the cloud, and the cloud is almost like your bed, and you're just, and the way I would interpret the way that it's coming across is you're looking for comfort right now. There's a lot of things that have taken you out of your comfort zone, and you're just looking for comfort at the bare minimum. Something that feels like home, something that will finally let you just put your bags down and relax. And so let's work on that during this session. It was so cute. You were so cute in those clouds. It's like, oh my gosh, that's so freaking precious. So let's just move this energy through and just work through layers, letting go one at a time, releasing and unzipping ourselves to the next part of us. It's like Shrek, the onion slightly remove any lower vibrational experiences that no longer resonate with you in this moment. And I'll just help you do this as you release it yourself. Breathing through the space where you can find yourself again and you can realign yourself with the love that you deserve, with the love that brings you smiles, with the love that brings you kisses, with the love that brings you comfort. We're all looking to be comfortable. So allow yourself to be receptive to whatever kind of love that you need right now in your life, okay? And perhaps if you're on a journey and you're trying to figure out if the love is right for you, does it bring you comfort? Does it make you feel like a cloud, taking a nap with a cloud blanket on top of you? A fluffy pillow, and you could sleep for hours, Have you ever had like a snow day and you don't have to get up and go to school, and it's just so cozy because it's cold outside, but it's warm in the bed, and you don't have to do anything except just lie there, and it's like the day has so much potential. That's what love should feel like. That there's so much potential. That it's comfy like a snow day. And that it's relaxing and peaceful. Okay, I'm starting to feel your shift now. And I feel pretty good about that. Just breathe through this. Okay, so what else? Okay, now, as I work with your aura, I'm gonna go ahead and say love takes time. It takes patience. The love that takes the most time is always the best love, the love that stays the longest, the love that you didn't even realize was growing for so long, so that it can stay where it is. And love is also multifaceted, okay? People are gonna come into your life in, different durations, and they're gonna leave whenever they're or you are ready for this energy to separate, and that's okay. Love doesn't have to be permanent forever. You're going to love a lot of people, and a lot of people are going to love you, and that is okay. And then you'll have a couple people that you'll go the course with, and that is okay. Just remember that the love you receive is always a reflection of the love within you. So any changes that you want to make externally have to come from internal shifts, and that takes times. It can take months, it can take years, but you're worth it. You're worth this shift and this change, and for the right energy to enter into your life, and for you to be able to surrender to that energy, and that energy to surrender to you, okay? Breathing through this moment, relaxing into this energy, finding the greatest amount of balance with yourself. And so now I'm just what you want and what brings you comfort, and find that comfort. Understand that discomfort plays a role in the experience of the universe, but it is not to punish, only to point out, only for reflection. We're going to learn in different ways. So, take what you need and leave what you don't. Find the space to relax in yourself. Let go of anything that is no longer serving you, and connect with your deepest understanding of the beautiful energy that surrounds you. You are love, you are light, and you are courage. All things for the highest vibrational good. Continue to breathe. 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 And relax into this feeling. Well, family, you did a fantastic job. I enjoyed our session today. Please be sweet to yourselves, babies. Release and let that go. And start to see the life you want. That's it. Keep it very simple. Whatever life you want. Don't overthink it. You'll have plenty of chances to think about the life you want again. Start to see the life you want. Okay. Now start to make some decisions. What do you want in this life? And everything in the life has to make you smile. Like, it has to be peace, calm, happiness, luxury, baby. You want to have all that kind of feeling in whatever it is. And of course, your definition of all of these things is most important. It's not what you think somebody wants for you. It's what you want for you. So whatever just makes you happy and fun, go with it. Now, see what you need in front of you. Whatever it is that is going to bridge the gap, whether that is income or love or friends or connections, whatever that is for you, see it in front of you. Breathe into this. Relax into this energy. Start to get familiar with it. And sometimes we don't feel like we deserve something, so just ease on back in. Or sometimes we have so many things that we want, we're like, what shall we focus on? Just choose one, sweetheart. That's okay. And just work with the energy. You know, it's very interesting because when I work with clients, it's very tailored to their specific life at the moment. And working in this collective space, it is really about opening up this collective energy or this opportunity for all of us. Everybody who is watching this session, participating in this session, to bring this collective and combined energy into the space in order to raise the vibrational frequency, i.e., get us to wherever we're trying to go. You feel me? So the work you do, it helps you, but it unconsciously and passively helps another person too, because of the way that you are setting your intention here. So just breathing through this, inhaling and exhaling. Occasionally you'll see me do Reiki symbols. Other times you'll see Metatron healing hand positions. Both I am trained in. But as a seasoned practitioner, I believe in the intuitive healing experience. And so I'll do whatever the energy calls for. My practitioners know how I am. I'm always telling them, develop your own unique healing style. Learn as still with you, but just breathe deeply as I'm doing this. The energy for the greatest understanding. Cleansing. Potential. Greatest amount of understanding. Patience. Clarity. Okay. So, at this moment, if you had any resistance, that is what we're going to heal. If you didn't have any resistance, let's go ahead and amplify you. Okay, so you're already there, so let's put a rocket behind your back and get you going to where you need to go. So, just allowing your heart to be open, your mind's eye to be open, your energy to be open. Inhaling and exhaling, releasing and letting go, and surrendering to your greatness. That's the most important part. Surrendering to the highest self that you are able to present in this experience. Don't shy away. Don't give up on yourself. Don't look the other way. Just face who you are. Face your strength and your beauty and your resilience and your understanding and your peace. Face all of that. Face the gratitude that exists within your body, within your heart, within your soul. And move through that vibrational frequency in that direction, letting go of anything that's coming up. So as we do the work, it is not about reliving past trauma. It is about looking at it from a very bird's eye perspective and letting things go. Just washing. It's like washing a dish. You're just washing the dish of your soul, of your vessel, of your body, and just let it go. And feel this beautiful energy just flowing through you, cleansing all of that, the deepest parts of you. And just, when you got a cup, you got a little bit of the soap in there, you just we're gonna do that. And you all know I'm paid in smiles, so I need those smiles. And bringing that in, just pouring that out, bringing that in, pouring it out, bringing that in, and pouring it out. Okay, so I'm going to be quiet a little bit, again going in to do the blessing. This is just where you want to just continue that process of just pouring out, pouring out, pouring out. As a healer, I often feel like it is important to have whoever you're working with, so this is for all my healers out there, whoever you're working with, to feel as much a part of the healing and in control of their healing than it is just something outside of them. Because you never want someone to get into an unhealthy relationship thinking that the solutions are always external. No, the solutions always start within. We're having this session to reprogram you and retrain you to find that strength to do that self-healing until you can get to that space on your own, or to help maintain if you are in that space. Okay, breathing in and out here. So I'm gonna be quiet for a little bit. I'm still with you. Bringing in the highest potential, the source of energy, and allowing the energy to float. The greatest amount, understanding and potential. Believe. Give it. No matter what. Okay. So, I'm going to do some Reiki symbols because I want to cement it. Reiki symbols are sigils, and they, to me, represent the combined energy of any person who has ever used a Reiki symbol for the highest vibrational good. So that is what we're sealing this with. We're sealing your deepest self trusting, trusting. Trusting, trusting. Now tell me something you want. You can put it in the comment section too. Tell me something you want. Like something that is just totally unreasonable, but you want it. Okay? And make it big. Make it big. If you happen to choose something that has to do with love, don't just say, girl, I want a man or something like that. Say like, I want a loving husband who X, Y, and Z and blah, 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 blah. Like, I need you to take it to the highest thing. If it's something about like a dream or a career path, I want you to tell me what is the highest level of that. Because this is a teaser, because you know what's coming up. You know what next month is. It's one of my favorite months of the year. Why is it? If you've been in the community for over a year, you know what I'm about to say. I rarely repeat themes, but Nonstop November is about to be a thing. Okay, so just breathe into this, giving the highest thing that you want. Release, let it go, and I'm just going to work to remove any inhibitions, anything that's like making you think like, everybody has it, it's okay, it's perfectly normal. But I'm just going to remove those and give you an opportunity to feel what it feels like without having that, and to check in with yourself, breathing in and out. Okay. Opening you up, relaxing into this, smoothing through that energy, finding peace and clarity in that, and relaxing into it. What's coming up? I'm going to do a collective reading in just a second to see if there's anything, like any messages, but I want you to look first before I get there. You know, I want you to be clear about what's going on within yourself before I get to the collective message. Okay, I don't want you to just hear the collective message and be like, oh, that's what's going on with me. No, I want you to look at yourself first and then see if they compare, okay? So I'm going to give you a couple more seconds of me holding the space, pulling in this energy for you to just look over yourself. What do you need? What's going to heal you? What's going to get you to where you want to go, baby? Okay, sweetheart, what's going to get you? Okay. Just a couple more seconds here. Then I'm going to go into the collective message. I'm already getting it. Okay. So just breathe in and out. Inhaling and exhaling. Releasing and letting go. So 2 words came up, and the first word that came up very strongly was power, and the second word that came up was freedom. And so power and freedom, it is accepting your power and giving yourself, granting yourself permission to have that freedom. You are in full control of your life, your money, your love, your health, your wellness, whatever it is, you are in full control of it. And you have to give yourself permission to be in that. Right now, if you feel not balanced in some area, it's because you're giving your permission away to someone else or something else. You need to take it back. Take back that you have the freedom to do so. Take it back and own that power. But here's the thing, a lot of times people give it away because it requires a lot. It's a very big responsibility, to know that every part of your life you create, so you get the credit, okay? But everything that happens that you don't like, you also are responsible for correcting it. It is never a situation in which you are a victim and life is just happening to you. There are pretty messed up things that happen to people's life, and when you're a child, it makes sense because you're in a vulnerable situation that you could see yourself as a victim. But as an adult, you have the strength to be stronger than any obstacle that shows up in front of you, and you have support in the physical. If the obstacle is tough, there's mental health. going to the deepest parts of you. Release all of the baggage. Just let it go. And start to fill yourself back up with your true power. Unlimited amount of energy. Patience, kindness, grit, determination, and peace. Tranquil peace, and protect that energy at all costs. Okay, closing that up there. Beautiful. Okay, good job. I hope you see the potential that I see, and I hope that you act on it, or I expect you to act on it, because, don't waste this miracle of life. You're so lucky to be alive. You're so lucky to breathe air, and people will really be changed by you, your story, and what it is that you share into the collective space. So don't dim your light just because it doesn't feel right. No, sometimes you gotta figure out how to share the gift or find gratitude for living, even during the tough times, even if that means you gotta go slower than you usually go. Sweetheart, you see what I do. If I don't feel like doing something, I don't do it. I'm not about to be over here losing my mind over something that's small in the day. If I don't feel like doing it, I'm not going to do it. And when I feel like doing it, I do it. But most importantly, I always dream big. I always hold myself accountable for the long term. And I try to show up and be a reflection of what I expect from you. Because I see the beauty in you, okay? So be sweet to yourselves. I love you so much. I'm so excited for this. I wanted to say next chapter, for the chapter you're living in. But if nobody has said it, sweetheart, let me go ahead and say it. Wash your hands for at least 30 seconds with soap and water. Don't touch your face. Wear a mask in public and be sweet to yourself. Bye.